Greetings, brothers and sisters. Hello and welcome back to Eva's House of Spirit. For those of you who are new to this channel, I am Eva, and I did a video a little bit ago on paprika, and you all seem to enjoy that quite a bit. So I thought, you know what? Let me talk about another herb that is often magically overlooked. So that being the case, I'm here to talk about turmeric. Some people associate turmeric with fire. I personally don't necessarily. However, if we look at the color of turmeric, some people would see that as associative of solar energy. So it's not really far-fetched to kind of associate turmeric with the fire element if you are seeing it as solar associative, because, the sun is very associative of fire, solar fire. So there are certain fire associations to turmeric. But personally, when I consider turmeric's yellow color, I consider that yellow is a color often associated with air. And therefore I see turmeric sharing a lot of correspondences with the element of air. Air tends to rule, among other things, mind, thought, ideas, creativity, expression, connections, communications. And turmeric has a very earthy flavor. So while I associate turmeric most readily with air, I also see turmeric as having associations with earth because of its earthy flavor. So turmeric, again, would share associations with the earth elements, and earth, among other things, has connections to the following concepts: home, domesticity, money, grounding, rootedness, domestic relationships, as in, for example, relationships to family members or relationships to marital partners or people that just share your domestic space. Also, earth has associations and connections to blessings, fertility, abundance, prosperity, and so many other things. So if we take these three elements into consideration, where some people see it as associative of like solar fire, some people can see it as associative of air, some people can see it associative of earth, or maybe depending on the situation, we can see it in any of these three aspects: solar, fire associative, air associative, or earth associative. Let's look at what these associations, what these connections kind of convey about turmeric. Now, turmeric, when seen as solar associative, we then can see that turmeric in magical workings would be well suited to any kind of work we do for blessings, cleansings, luck, happiness. Any works that correspond well to solar energy or influence, turmeric would work well with those sorts of goals, with those sorts of aims, because turmeric to a degree does have a solar fire connection, due to the yellow color of turmeric. So that's something to take into account. There is solar association there. But when we take turmeric as air associative, it can do well in works that concern mentally oriented things, such as creative endeavors, mental clarity, aiding concentration, or the acquisition of knowledge and wisdom. Because this is a mental air associative herb, I can see it as being very helpful to those who are students. For example, students can use turmeric in works to help them learn and understand things, or even to help them to achieve and maintain good grades and do well on tests. Furthermore, turmeric can help to facilitate free expression, deeper and clearer communication, and even stronger, deeper, or more successful connections between the self and others. Turmeric's earth associations reveal its benefits in works concerning home, domestic life, family, marriage, fertility, blessings, prosperity, abundance, grounding, rootedness, stability, and nurturing, to name a few things. Okay, now returning to the symbolism, associations with turmeric's deep earthy flavor. Okay, when we consider the flavor of turmeric, this aspect of turmeric conveys that it has associations with confidence, power, strength, courage, commanding. This is because that earthy flavor, that deep earthy flavor, that strong, rich flavor, it gives us a sense of power, you know, a sense of unmoving, a sense of, again, confidence, strength, courage, commanding, you know, like standing one's ground, that earth association, you know, that rootedness. So that shows us that then turmeric would work well in maybe domination works to help the self with confidence, you know, works to improve one's courage, let's say, or maybe to empower the self. Also, this strong aspect of turmeric, its strong flavor and earth association, also suggests that it has protective potential, because it is so strong, you know, and that association with strength also lends well to uncrossing, road opening, or spell breaking works, and this is because turmeric's strength is associative of willfulness, a strong enough will to overcome any jinx, obstacle, or magical opposition. You know, furthermore, that strength I was talking about protectively, that strength kind of conveys like the ability to withstand, as I said, any opposition, or to fight back, or to keep out any unwanted influences or negativity or whatever. You know, turmeric does have that power to it, as we've seen thus far. Okay, and in the East, turmeric has been used for thousands of years in association with beauty. In some cultures, in some Eastern cultures, brides, and sometimes I think grooms, will treat themselves to turmeric masks to beautify themselves before marriage. This reveals turmeric's beauty and love association. These traditional premarital turmeric masks have associations with rejuvenation and sensuality as well. You know, these masks rejuvenate the appearance and make brides and or grooms more sexy to their soon-to-be spouses. Therefore, turmeric seems to bless the wedding night. Again, associating turmeric with fertility. Overall, turmeric seems to be quite good for solidifying and blessing marriages and marital unions. So yes, turmeric would well suit workings for love, beauty, rejuvenation, sensuality, fertility, strong marital bonds, and even sex appeal, because there is that sensual energy to it as well, that allure that it can kind of bring upon oneself. You know, you don't have to do a turmeric mask just before you're getting married. I'm sure it, while it blesses marriages, I'm sure that turmeric's power and potential extends as well to just beauty as a whole. You know, it can make anyone beautiful. But I will say, don't just go mixing turmeric with water and slapping it on your face. I would actually Google online, you know, turmeric facial masks and find a recipe, because the recipes that they have out there, they have ratios and proportions of how much to use of what in your masks, you know, what ingredients to use and how much of those ingredients, how much turmeric being one main thing, so that you don't stain your skin, because depending on your skin tone, if you were to use way too much turmeric and stain your skin up all yellow, you're just going to look jaundiced. So if you're going to do a turmeric mask for beauty, I suggest research online, find a proper recipe for that first, okay? So, I think, yeah, I've reached the end of my notes here. So, excuse me, let me pick up the notes I've dropped on the floor. Okay, so turmeric apparently has a lot of good things it's for. Again, it has connections with solar fire, connections with air, and connections with earth. It is well suited to workings associative of mind, thought, ideas, creativity, expression, connections, communications, home, blessings, fertility, domesticity, money, abundance, prosperity, grounding, rootedness, domestic relationships as relationships to family and marital partners. It's good for cleansings, luck, happiness, mental clarity. Turmeric is good for confidence, power, strength, courage, commanding. It's good for protection. Turmeric is good for students. It's good for knowledge, wisdom acquisition. Good for free expression, deeper and clearer communication. Successful, deeper, more meaningful connections between the self and others. It's good for nurturing. Turmeric is good for uncrossing, road opening, jinx removing, spell breaking. It's good for sex appeal. Yeah, and I think I've pretty much recapped everything that turmeric is good for. If you have anything you would like to share, add, or if you have any questions or comments or anything you just kind of like to chime in, please do hit me up in the comments. And I hope you found this video to be informational, interesting, something a little different, something to get you thinking about the power and potential of turmeric. Again, don't just take my word for things. Please do your own research. Please, experiment with working with turmeric in your magical works. Explore. Take what I'm giving you here as a starting point and run with it. That's what I recommend. I always recommend that. So maybe consider adding turmeric to your arsenal of herbs. And I guess I'm going to wish you blessed be and ashe at this point. I hope you have a great day. And I guess until next time, until our next exchange, you stay awesome. And bye-bye for now.